Murray out there with Derek White. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Wiggins and Covington are the forward pair. The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yo, watch it!
Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Over Teague. 6 on the shot clock. And it's White missing.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
Covington kicks to Teague. Now the pass to Culver. That 3 off the mark. Here's DeRozan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
And he makes the first.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Both free throws good from DeRozan. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
And not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Get the perimeter!
White left side. Feeds to Aldridge. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, with all his post moves, Aldridge usually is able to trick the defense, but even when he doesn't, he'll still manage to finish through contact.
On the wing, Wiggins, and too long on the shot. Murray surveying the D. And the layup falls.
You know, that's one thing, guys, Murray's never afraid to do. Lean in, draw contact, and put the defender in a bind.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And stolen by Murray. Here's DeRozan, and DeRozan throws it down.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Pass to Towns to halt the run, and Pirtle sends it back.
You know, despite his youth, Kevin, Towns sees the big picture. I mean, gets points any way you can, and we'll see if he can cash in at the line here.
Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve.
First free throw is good. And the last 2 years, Karl Anthony Towns getting a rap as a bad defender. Clark, you think that's fair to say?
You know what, Kevin? I don't think it's as fair as it once was. He's not nearly the defensive liability he used to be. He's better defensively one-on-one, and I think he's improved in his ability to switch and rotate on smaller players.
And Towns drops them both.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
DeRozan with it. Beyond the arc. And so it's San Antonio with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day, never take no days for granted.
On his coaches, Greg and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for San Antonio. Gay and Aldridge are up front. And it's Mills, then it's DeRozan, and it's Forbes in a two-guard. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
Clark, the level of nuance and the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
.139 left in the first half of the game. Back to Gay. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Culver's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. The Spurs also with the sub. Trey Lyles checked in for Rudy Gay.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Towns, the pass to Bell. Aldridge with some nice D.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
DeRozan's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
Passes it to Okogie. This one for three. Drills the three-pointer. Okogie's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Bounce pass Mills. Here Here's Aldridge, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Robert Covington comes in for Jordan Bell. San Antonio also making some changes. Damari Carroll's checked in for DeRozan. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. 27 seconds left in the first half. Here's Murray, rejected by Teague.
Love seeing the point guard Jeff Teague get involved defensively there, using his speed to rise up for a block shot. Nice.
Out to the wing with 1 on the clock. And that one released in time, but no good. And so that brings the first half to a close.
Coach Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Minnesota, Culver the off guard with Wiggins at the 3. Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. And it's Teague in at point guard. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. But they get it back. Nice shot by Pirtle.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Here's Wiggins, and he banks in the layup. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state, and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
Can't hit that one. Nice D from DeRozan. Murray against Teague. A floater, and Murray finishes it off. Murray's got 6 points.
Murray is a spectacular talent, and when he gets going, watch out.
Towns dishes to Wiggins. Nice D from DeRozan.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. White the pass to Aldridge. And Covington sends it back.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Teague against Murray. Aldridge kicks to White. No good from outside. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. Outside Teague. And the dunk by Towns.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
DeRozan surveying the D. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Spurs lead by 5. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance
to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Rudy Gay is out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Bellinelli. Then it's Trey Lyons. And it's Forbes in at the point guard position. And Damari Carroll is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. So it's Minnesota now, trailing by 5. Here's Teague.
Tell you what, say what you will about Gay and his defense, but he's working at it. Tireless effort.
He kicks it to Forbes. There's the dish to Bellinelli. Pass to Gay. Now here's Carroll. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Jang. Here's Okogie. He's covered by Gay.
You got it. Come on, come on.
Spurs leading by 5. With some arc, and it's good on the way in. Gay's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Spurs. Here's Teague. Lays it up off the glass.
And, you know, you like seeing Jeff Teague flip the switch. I mean, he's a shifty guard that usually makes pretty strong, sharp cuts.
Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here is Forbes. Teague covering. Launches a 3, and it's Rudy Gay with a 3. Gay's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, I love seeing Gay go right up with the shot off the pass. No wasted motion.
Right side Teague. True on the 14-footer.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're in front by 6. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the fourth. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgie Dang. Robert Covington comes in for Noah Vonleh. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Jake Layman. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Culver's checked in for Josh Okogie. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
Boy, DeRozan is a treat to watch. This guy is athletic, and he throws down some monster dunks. This dude is sick at the rim.
Back to Towns. And it's Culver, top of the key. Great look, but off the mark. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Murray against Teague. Takes the 13-footer, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity. And Covington is someone who definitely has the clutch DNA. I mean, he welcomes the chance to take these important shots.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
You know, you look at the potential Murray has, and it's exciting, quite honestly. He's a lead guard. He plays the point, but he's more of a scorer than a distributor at this point.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what they're talking about, Greg. I mean, it's their only chance. And even if it's a long shot, it is a chance.
White gets it to go from beyond the arc. White's got the lead up to 11 now for the Spurs.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Now DeRozan. And so it's the Spurs with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about